Hello, traveler. Thank you for being here. I'm really excited to celebrate Beltaine with you by sharing the greenwitch's cottage I've been working on. Beltaine, as you may know, is a really powerful time energetically. It's a transition from spring to summer, and it's sometimes referred to as the height of spring. It's a fire festival, and it's directly opposite on the wheel of the year from Samhain or Halloween. And as such, it really embodies that liminal magic of a doorway or a portal. And many believe the veil is thinner at Beltaine, very much like it is at Samhain, but of course at Beltaine we have that buzzy, dreamy, blooming energy of the beginnings of spring and summer mixed in. Many traditions believe that fairies or the fae are especially active at this time and more prone to mischief or playing tricks. Think A Midsummer Night's Dream vibes. And of course, everything is blooming. The birds are singing, the bees are buzzing, and the world feels very exciting and alive. And we, as part of the earth, very much feel this energy as well, and we can work with it in our practices. I decided the Beltaine house should be the cottage of a greenwitch. Beltaine is kind of like the greenwitch's Super Bowl. You can actually see the blooming and the fruit of all your planting. All the work of planning and seeding have paid off in a way you can see and touch. You can see what's worked and what needs adjustment, and you can finally start using what you've grown to create. It's a huge season of creation, making and crafting and dreaming. As usual, I started by finding a little house on Facebook Marketplace, and in this case I found this perfect one that was only partially built, so it was a first for me, knowing I would have to finish the construction of the house too, not just decorate it. It came with all the pieces and instructions. The instructions were way too confusing for me personally. So I just kind of used my common sense and winged it a little. So next I set to work picking a color palette. I chose these three colors which felt perfect to me. Apple core, which is this light cream with a bit of yellow green in it. Comforting green, which is this really light spring green, it's almost mint. And meditation time, which is a lovely natural sage color. By the way, these paint chips remind me of a reading I saw on YouTube recently where the reader used paint chips in her divination, using both the colors and the names of the colors in her reading, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was so brilliant. I'm definitely going to be trying that. I just thought it was so cool and such a great idea. Anyway, I started out by sanding everything to get it ready to paint. I decided the main color of the house would be apple core, and I would use that color for the upstairs of the interior as well. Originally, I painted the downstairs interior in the comforting green color, and I was going to use meditation time for the exterior trim, but after I got the first coat on, it was clear it just didn't feel right to me. So I ended up switching those and painting the sage color on the interior, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Next, it was time to get to work on the roof. Now, this was the hardest part of the project for me. It was a challenge to make the pieces fit together, and I had to do quite a bit of cutting and sanding to make it work. I I don't know if this is normal, but it was definitely a learning experience for me, never having actually built one of these before. Eventually, I did get it all to fit together, and I started to work on some of the finishing trims and windows, both inside and outside. I knew this greenwitch was going to need lots of places to hang herbs and plants for drying, so I decided to do ceiling beams again for that purpose. I used square balsa wood dowels and glued them in at even intervals and painted the whole ceiling to match the room. I really wanted the downstairs to feel enveloped by greenery and alive with plant energy. And I think this color really helps accomplish that vibe. Next, I stained the front door to match the roof, and I added some gold hardware. One of the big features I had planned for this Beltaine cottage is I really wanted to do a greenhouse inspired by Practical Magic, one of my very favorite movies. Shocker, I'm sure. So I found this terrarium, which is the perfect size. I just need to remove this door so that it can slide up to the side wall of the house. I found these perfect wood look floor tiles from the same creator I had gotten tiles from my last house from, and I just cut them to fit the greenhouse floor. Next, I had to turn the side window into a doorway to create a way to get into the greenhouse from the main house. It was a little tedious, but my partner very patiently drilled tiny holes all along the door frame so we could cut the wall without damaging the house. And the inspector showed up to check our work, of course. I started working on some of the furniture and shelves for the greenhouse. And I really wanted to do a light fixture like the one in the Practical Magic greenhouse, but I just wasn't finding anything that looked like it. So I decided to create something using this little salt dip dish that I found in a vintage store. It's not exactly the same, but to me it has a similar feel. I used black wire to hang it from the greenhouse roof and a magnet with a little battery operated LED light to finish it off. My next crazy idea had my partner back with the power tools. I knew this house didn't have stairs, so I realized it was an opportunity to create a really fun secret treehouse feel with the upstairs, almost like a fort or a hideout that really feels like that fun, mischievous, summery vibe many of us remember from childhood. So I was so excited to find this set of attic stairs that is so cool and intricate in the way it functions. This was a little bit of a splurge for me. I think it cost about $18, but it was just so unique and perfect. I knew I needed to incorporate it. Next, I started placing these beautiful flowering ivy vines on the roof and the exterior of the house, giving it this really romantic fairy tale look. and had another visit from the kitty inspector. I added this crescent moon wreath I made from foraged oak twigs to the front door. And then I added flowers to the flower boxes. I ordered these beautiful etched windows for the upstairs from an artist on Etsy, and they came with these cool dark bronze frames, which I love because I think they really help tie in the metal color of the greenhouse to the exterior of the house. For our last touch on the exterior, I added this little porch light. And with that, I'll start working on the interior. One of my favorite little projects for this house was these Beltaine brooms. I started with these 3 little dollhouse brooms that I found in a thrift store, and I added some broom corn and dried blooms and finished them with ribbon to represent the maypole. You can't have Beltaine without a maypole. They're usually outside and much taller, but I thought this was a great way to create a nod to it inside the house. I filled all the herb jars with real herbs from my personal apothecary. And with some finishing touches, we are ready for the full finished house tour. We'll start by taking a look at the full exterior with the attached greenhouse. Now let's take a look at the interior. So as we come inside the greenwitch's cottage, we step into the herb crafting workspace. Beltaine has a lot of chaotic, creative energy, so I really tried to make it feel like in every space the witch is in the middle of something. This is the workspace where oils, tinctures, potions, and salves are made. You can see everywhere there are hanging blooms and herbs being dried for this work. I found these little perfume bottles and they really reminded me of the herbal products that Sally Owens crafts for her shop, Verbena, in Practical Magic. You'll see a lot of little nods to practical magic in this house. Including this bowl of white petals for Sally's Amas Veritas spell. And of course, every greenwitch needs a good greenhouse. And when it's time to go upstairs, we just pull down our ladder to access the attic hideaway. When you first come up, you're in our witches' research room. I imagine there's a lot of studying of the local nature and wildlife, including plants and insects. So this is where our greenwitch takes notes, draws diagrams, journals, writes spells, works in the grimoire, and of course, reads. Next is this little nook, which I turned into a Beltaine altar space. This is where tarot readings are done, offerings are made, meditation practice takes place, and the green witch is able to really commune with the energy of Beltaine. There's an offering of some honey and cakes, flowers of course, and a 3-card spread of the Lovers, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups, which align with Beltaine archetypes of romance, creation, and abundance or fulfillment. Lastly, we move into the witch's dreamy personal space for rest and relaxation. I wanted to capture that feeling of making a fort in the summer as a kid, staying up late to read, letting the curtains blow gently around you in the breeze. We've got some biscuits and fairy wine, a couple good books, and a lush bed of green grass and a pile of pillows to snuggle into. seems like the perfect spring summer afternoon to me. Now, as evening begins to fall on this Beltaine, the bonfires outside will start to be lit, and the lights in our cottage create a soft glow as the festivities continue into the night. Thank you so much for joining me this Beltaine. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I especially love hearing about your own craft projects, whatever they are. I am inspired by your creativity, and I would love to hear what you're working on. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.